Okay, I've got this 1950 Singer sewing machine. It's an in-cabinet machine. I've had this for a long time. It was my grandmother's. I've kept it all these years because it's a nice cabinet and a table, and it makes a nice piece of furniture. Never had any intentions at all of actually using this as a sewing machine. However, I've got this fantastic DIY project that I'm working on, and it requires me to use a sewing machine. I don't know the first thing about sewing. I've watched a whole bunch of tutorials about it, and I thought I had it figured out. Um, but I am having a lot of trouble with this thing. This old machine works. As you can see, it works good, but the problem I'm having is trying to, I can thread the needle and I can thread the bobbin, but I can't figure out how the bobbin and the needle work together. Because you have to have two, you gotta have thread for coming from the bobbin down into here that's supposed to work together with the thread and the needle when you're sewing, and I cannot figure out how to make this work. As I said, I've watched a whole bunch of tutorials on this. It looks pretty simple, but I cannot make this thing work. So I spent several hours yesterday working on this. Finally just got super frustrated and gave up on it, and said the heck with it for the day. But I am not going to give up on this permanently, because I'm not going to let some doggone sewing machine do this to me. So I'm going to give it a shot here again. So we're going to start by threading our bobbin. Okay, we've threaded our bobbin. We've got plenty on there, more than I will need. So at this point, we need to thread our needle. This is really difficult because I don't have the eyesight that I did 30 years ago. Okay, as we're getting ready to thread our needle here, I think I forgot to mention that the inside of this door has a needle threading diagram. It shows you, it also shows you the way to thread the bobbin in here, the way to put it in here. And now I gotta answer my phone. Okay, getting back to this now. I left off at the instructions on here. It shows you how to thread your needle and also how to set the bobbin up in here. Why it don't work, I don't know. But let's go ahead and get to this now. Let's get our needle thread in here. Okay, there we go. We got our needle threaded. That certainly wasn't very easy. Okay, now we come to the final step. Now that the needle is threaded, everything looks good according to the instructions in here. I need to, my thread needs to go right through this little opening here. So it needs to go this direction, and then it needs to go into this little slip area. Yeah. Okay, that should be it right there. So what do you do with the rest of the thread? Now that's what I can't understand. They don't show you or tell you what you do with the rest of the thread. Other than you close the door, you leave this part of the thread on the outside, and through this little hole here, I guess, I'm assuming. Now you would evidently lower this foot thing here, and you begin to let the needle go down. The needle goes down, and then it's supposed to pull it back up, and it did not. See, it's not doing anything. It's not. Boy, howdy and hot dog, I'll tell you, this is just so frustrating. Ah. According to the tutorials I've watched, and I'm going to go watch another one here before I give up on this yet again today. It's still not working, but according to the tutorials I've watched, you do this and then you don't even run the thing, you just holding this thread, you just go down and it should pull that up and it ain't. It's just, ooh, frustration, very big frustration here. So I need help with this.